Hi everyone, welcome back. In this video we're going to learn how to draw the involute of a circle in AutoCAD. Now, an involute is the path traced by the end of a string as it's unwound from a circle. Alright, in this case it could be a circular pole. Alright, think about it like thread wrapped around a bobbin or something like that. Alright, now while it is tight, so it can't be loose at any time. Alright, and you'll see how things progress as we go along in the video. Now you can imagine it like pulling the thread from a spool or unwinding a yo-yo. Alright, so those are some examples that you can use. Now one key thing that you need to remember is that the length of the string is always equal to the circumference of the circle, and that is for one complete turn. Alright, so if it's 2 turns, you know, things is going to double. If it is 3, then so on and so forth. So the first thing that we're going to be doing here, as you can see, it says draw an involute of a circle, and it says the string length is equal to the circumference of the circle. Now we all know to find out the circumference of any circle, whether you're going to multiply pi times the diameter, or you're going to have pi 2 pi r, if you want to call it that, which is basically 2 multiplied by the radius times pi as well. Alright, you'll get the same number. Alright, so let's get into things. Now as you can see, we have our instruction there. I'm going to be giving you the dimensions that we're going to be using. Now step 1, I'm going to call this step draw the circle. Now this circle will be given to you by your teacher, or you could use the one that I have here. It says let's start with a circle of radius, and I'm going to have a radius of, let me activate my circle tool, and I'm going to draw a circle. Let's make the radius 30. That's good. Alright, so our radius is 30 millimeter. Alright, now this is the base circle from which the involute will be generated. This circle here. Let me change the color for you. Alright, now once you have a circle, the next step that we're going to apply, or that we're going to do, is that we're going to divide the circle. So step 2, we're going to divide the circle. Well, I'm going to have to edit this video, and I'll probably put the step somewhere up here somewhere. Alright, you'll see them going on from now on. So we're going to divide the circle. Alright, so I'm going to divide the circle into 12 equal parts, but you can choose more division if you want. The more division you have, the smoother your curve will be, but we're using AutoCAD, so everything will be smooth either way, even if we have 4 divisions. But I'm going to be using 12 nonetheless. Now these division points represent the stages of the string being unwound. So think about it like a screenshot, and you'll see how things progress. Alright, so let's go ahead and divide this circle into a number of equal parts. So I'm going to go ahead and select my line tool. I'm going to draw a line from this quadrant down to here. Alright, I'm going to activate my command again. I'm going to draw one line from there to there. Alright, now if your quadrant is not turning on, let me just hide this out of the way. Ensure that you click on this drop down menu here that says snap cursor 2D. Click on that and ensure that this one that says quadrant is checked. Alright, now once that is done, I'm going to now select both lines that I've just drawn, and I'm going to go here to array, or you could type the command. Click on the drop down menu, go polar array, and just simply click in the center of the 2 lines like this. What that will do, it will divide your circle into 12 equal parts, or how many you want. If you want to change the number of divisions, you can always click on it and then change it up here. Alright, so as you can see here, it says 6 division, which in turns means 12. So if you turn this to say 4 division, alright, then it will just be 4. If you say 6, it will increase and so on and so forth. Alright, so let's go. Now once you have divided the circle into the number of division, the next step is to draw your tangent from each division point. I'll draw a tangent to the circle. These tangents will represent the different or the directions of the string at each interval as it's being unwound. Alright, now you'll remember me saying that the length of the longest string is equal to the circumference of the circle. In this case, you can find out, or you can multiply what was it again, pi d. So the diameter of this, which is 60, I believe, alright, it will be pi times that value. In this case, I don't have to do that. Since I have AutoCAD, I'll just type properties and then press enter. A window will pop up, and all I'll do is scroll down to where it says circumference. So it says circumference here is 188. So all I need to do from here is to draw a line from the base here to my right, whose length is 188. I believe that's what it was. Alright, so 188 is the, what you call it, the radius, not the radius, the circumference of the circle. Alright, so this here, this circle, the circumference is 188. Now once I've done so, I'm now going to divide this tangential line here. I'm going to be dividing it into the same number of equal parts that I've divided the circle in. So in this case, I'll go ahead and do my division. How will I do this division? I'm simply going to type div on my computer, press enter, then click on the line. Now it will ask you divide, enter the number of segment you want. Alright, how many line segment? I'm going to go ahead and select 12 here. Alright, now you're not going to see anything like on it now, but what you'll have to do, let me zoom in a bit, is type the letters P, T. You'll see that pop up, press enter, and you can switch it from this dot here. And you can imagine if it's just a dot, you won't be able to see a dot. So you can switch it to any one of these here, you choose. Go ahead, I'm going to click on the X here. I'm going to change the size of things to absolute and probably make this 2. Alright, that should give me some good looking stuff. Alright, now once you have done so, the next step that you're going to do is that this that we have here, these line here, and remember you want to number and label all of these as you're going along. So for example, this would be you could say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all the way back around to 12. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now and number mine, and you can also pause the video here and number yours as well. To number yours, all you need to do is go ahead, click on your text tool right here. I like to select multi-line text, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write my number. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to enter 1. Click right there. Now once I have that there, the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to click on it, and let me go ahead and just add this to my annotation layer, and I'm going to use polar array as well. So I've clicked on selected this polar array, click in the center like that. Alright, now again you'll have to modify the numbers here, so change this from 6 to 12. Alright, now that is it right there. Once you have done so, you can go ahead and exit that command. You will notice that all your numbers are 1 now, but you'll have to go through and edit them separately. My recommendation at this point now, because whenever you set any or do any array, it tends to want to make them one group. So what you all have to do is simply click on them and type the word X and press enter. That should separate them. Alright, from there all you need to do is just go around, double tap and change the numbers inside. So that's 2, alright, and that's 3, and then you repeat the process all the way around. Let me pause here and complete this for you. Once you have done so, the next thing you'll realize that these are all upside down and all over the place. All you're going to do at this point here is simply use your match properties command. So you can type MA on your keyboard and then press enter. And here I'm simply going to click on match properties up here. Click on the one that is the right way up, which is 12, and simply make your way over to all the other numbers, and that should fix them somewhat. Alright, so it will get them where they need to be. Alright, if things need to be adjusted, you can always adjust them at a later time. Alright, such as these here, you can always adjust them. Now the next thing you're going to do is that you're going to number these points running along here as well. Alright, so go ahead and number these points as well. I'm going to pause here as well and number mine. And you can also number yours, and it's the same treatment, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way over. What I typically do is simply go ahead and just copy these numbers so that I have here. So I'll use these numbers instead of having to retype them and all that. So I'll put 1 here. Alright, then I'll press enter again, click on the 2, enter again, select my base point, and simply copy these numbers to where they needs to be. So that's 2, and then I'll make my way to 3. So once I click on 3, enter, select my base point and then move it over. Then I make my way to number 4, click on 4, enter, select my base point and then move it over. Alright, so that's what you should do for all of them. Alright, go ahead and do so. Alright, so once you have gone ahead and labeled all your points, the next step, and I'm going to give you a little cheat code here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and put it off to the side so you can see what my little cheat code is. And that is that I'm going to copy it to the side here. And the next thing I'm going to do is that you see this line that you had drawn originally. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select it along with its points as well, and I'm going to do a polar array as well. Again, go ahead, click in the center. Let me ensure that my OSNAP feature is turned on. Now it is currently at 6. I need 12. Should pop those in. Alright, now here is where the magic happens. Now we're doing this for 1 turn. All we're going to do, and let me go ahead and see if I can select something that is more pronounced here, is that we're going to be using our spleen line. I'm going to be using this one here. And I'm going to be clicking on it. You can use the command if you choose. And what we're going to be doing from here is that we're going to start at our 12 marker right here, if you want to call it that. Alright, and from there we're going to move to this point here that is marked at 1. Once you have clicked there, so something is not right there. Let me do that again. S. Alright, spleen. Make sure that I'm snapping to the right thing right there, then to this one here, which would be in essence 1. Then we make our way to the one that says 2, and we're simply just working our way around our little thing that we have here. So we're now at 4. Let's now find 5. Let's go to 6 now. Alright, let's make our way to 7. Alright, now let's make our way to 8. Then 9, and we're making our way around quickly. 9. After you have touched on 9, let's make our way to 10. Let's make our way to 11 now. Then finally we close things off at point number 12. Alright, and once that is done, just move your cursor straight down like this and simply press enter. And that should give you your involute. Alright, now this is the most simplest way of creating your involute of a circle. Now from there, let me just go ahead and I'm going to move this over a bit more. Let me just move this over a bit more so that it's not interfering. So let me move it over so you can see what is actually happening. Let me turn off my snap right there. Snapping to something. Alright, so once it is there, let me just go ahead and copy this so I can show you what is actually happening. CP, enter, click on it, pull it down. Alright, now what I'm going to do from here is that I'm going to select this here and I'm going to try to trim away everything beyond, if it will allow me. If not, then I'll probably have to click on this and type X to explode. Click on this here, TR, enter, and I'll get rid of all of this here. If you're using a more modern AutoCAD, then it will erase the numbers as well for you. Alright, so let me just go ahead and get rid of those and this. Alright, and here as well. Alright, let's go. Now let me just do some quick cleaning up, getting rid of all of these here. Alright, just to make my drawing a bit neater. Alright, so these are some of the beauties of using AutoCAD, which give you the flexibility of doing crazy stuff like this. Alright, so let me get rid of all of this here, and that, those, and then finally this one here. So you can see the progress of where we started. So we started here, then we made our way to this, then now we're at our final product, which is our involute of our circle, whose radius is 30 millimeters. Alright, no, and that is it. We have successfully drawn the involute of a circle in AutoCAD. Remember the involute as important application, especially in like gear construction, and for those of you who move on to BMed mechanical, you'll have to do things like this, involute spur gear. I'm just saying that from now, where smooth motion is needed. If you enjoy this tutorial, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more AutoCAD lesson. Alright, see you all in the next one.